The common use of this phrase, the Palestine exception to academic freedom and free speech, speaks to the wide acknowledgement that speech and scholarship around Israel-Palestine is handled very differently in the U.S. than other speech and scholarship.
From the river to the sea is an expression of peace and love for the Palestinian people who have been fragmented and dispersed and disconnected since the Nakba from the river to the sea.
Throughout Indigenous history, the U.S. has positioned itself as a kind of savior of Indigenous peoples, when in reality it has often been the instrument of our demise, the instrument of our genocide.
If our code is, we believe in civil disobedience and in breaking some laws in order to bring attention to a higher injustice, then so be it. But always be able to explain it so other people don't explain for you or for us what your code is.
My hope is in recognition, right, with this conversation about international solidarity, right, is that for Indigenous solidarity, it means helping each other remember and gain access to these things that have been eliminated through violence intentionally by U.S. policy.
In true McCarthyite fashion, the presidents of Penn, MIT, and Harvard were punished for telling the truth, which is that differentiating between pro-Palestinian speech and anti-Semitism depends on the context. They should have been brave enough to defend the speech and insist that From the River to the Sea is not equivalent to genocide and that criticism of Zionism is not anti-Semitic, but they weren't. Still, simply for not acting sufficiently repentant or placating, they were punished. They were humiliated in the press, and 2 were fired.
Your activism, your commitment, your discipline and focus are needed and seen and appreciated, and I want you all to know that you really are making a difference.